welcome to a brand new episode of Green Signal with me, VJ Neeraja. As usual, we are reviewing a car and a bike today. Let's find out which car and which bike they are. Well, we are here at Volkswagen, and Volkswagen, let me say this, is one of the biggest automobile giants in the industry. And it has introduced a lot of variants in the Indian and international markets, especially Polos. Now, a latest variant has come to the market, and it is GT TDI. Polo GT TDI, and it is powered by 1.6 litre engine, which is the same as that of a Vento sedan. Well, when you're talking about Volkswagen, it comes from Germany and it brings with it style, fluidity and also performance and passion. Now, the changes in the exterior are not that visible when you compare it with the old version of Polo. Now, at the front grille, it has a front radiator grille with a slim double chrome slats, as you can see. It has the same Volkswagen logo in the middle, as well as a GT badging, which gives it a more sleek look. And when you're talking about the headlamp cluster, it has a halogen headlamp cluster with black finishing. Well, the bonnet is quite sleek and stylish in this Volkswagen GT TDI Polo. And when you check out the alloy wheels, well, alloy wheels, it has a 15-inch Estrada alloy wheels. Alright, when it comes to ORVMs and the door handles, it's garnished in the same body color. So again, more stylish look to it. And it also has an antenna at the rear top. And the spoiler, the main difference between the earlier version of the Polo, the regular Polo and the GT TDI is the spoiler, because it's more projected. It gives more aggressive lift to the whole vehicle. And we also have the Volkswagen badging again and the GT badging. And when you look at the tail lamp cluster, it's the same. It's the same as that of the regular, Polo, with the same bright tail lamp cluster. Well, the interior of this GT TDI Polo, when you're talking about the interiors, it has a bright, sporty aluminum pedals that's down. And also it has a bright and illuminating central console. We have a height adjustable driver's seat. Now, they have also given GT badging inside the car. And it has a two-tone interiors. In the earlier version, we have seen beige color that has been used more, but in this version, they used black as a more color. I mean, the color that has been used more. And it also has a tilt adjustable audio controls with audio controls, power steering, that is also leather wrapped. And the Gearbox is also 5-speed manual gearbox transmission. It's also leather wrapped, and handbrake is also leather wrapped. So all these features gives that exclusive look to the whole car. Well, we're talking about the engine of Volkswagen Polo GT TDI. When you're talking about the engine, well, it has a 1.5 TDI engine, which has 1,598 cc. That is 1.6 liter. Like I said earlier, it is the same that powers a Vento sedan, and it produces a maximum power of about 105 bhp at 4,400 rpm and a maximum torque of 250 Nm at 1,500 to 2,500 rpm. And also it comes with a 5-speed manual gear transmission, and also it has 168 mm ground clearance, which is pretty good. That means that it doesn't offer you a bumpy ride at all. The dimensions of this variant includes a length of 3,970 mm, width of 1,682 mm and height of 1,453 mm. It also has a large wheelbase of 2,456 mm for a stable ride and a good ground clearance of 168 mm for a bump-free ride. Well, Volkswagen Polo GT TDI has lots of features. We are talking about ABS, we are talking about front and rear fog lamps, rear wiper, power windows, and also remote control, central locking, all these features. And it is also the most costliest hatchback on sale in India, that is INR 8.08 lakhs. So when it comes to fuel economy, when you're talking about style, performance, it delivers everything. It delivers, and it also comes in 3 color variants, that is red, black and blue. So all these makes this car, that is Volkswagen GT TDI, the most attractive hatchback in the Indian segment. We are showcasing something that's already in the market, that is Karizma ZMR. When you're talking about this bike is the most expensive bike that Hero has launched till date. Now, it is supposed to provide a tough competition to its rival Yamaha R15, which is also in the same segment. But is it? Let's find out. Looking at people's interest in full-fairing bikes, our national leader in two-wheeler market, Hero, has launched their first bike with full fairing. They have named it Karizma ZMR, and it's the most expensive bike from the Hero till date. When it comes to the exterior of Karizma ZMR, it has a blue backlit instrumental cluster. It also gets a ZMR logo on the blue backlit instrumental cluster. Then it also gets body colored split wrap rails. And when it comes to the silencer and also the heat shield, it gets redesigned, and it also gets vibrant bright orange shades. Now this comes in 4 color shades, and blue and yellow has been discussed. When it comes to the engine of Yamaha ZMR, it has a 223cc air-cooled engine that is similar to that of the old Karizma, the regular Karizma. When you talk about power, it produces a power of 70.6 bhp at 7,000 rpm, and when you're talking about the torque, it produces a maximum torque of 18.35 Nm at 6,000 rpm. Now this has a 5-speed manual gearbox that is 1 gear down, 4 gear upshift pattern. Undoubtedly, it's a very refined engine which never complains even if pushed hard. This engine generates a good amount of torque, and that's also available very early, which helps this bike to move effortlessly. Gear ratios are also very short, and that's why you never run short of power. But once you take this bike on long runs, then you will come across its disabilities. The mid-range is very effective, but after 6,000 rpm, there is nothing much left in this bike, and from there on, it's nowhere near to its other competitors which easily go all the way to 10,000 rpm. The heavy amount of torque enables this bike to complete 0 to 60 km per hour in 3.7 seconds, which is quite respectable, but its heavy weight and lack of 6th gear restricts this bike to a top speed of 126 km per hour, which is not possible with a pillion rider. The high-end performance is disappointing. However, gear transmissions are very smooth, and gear ratios also feel well matched. Once you are in bigger gears, then you can notice the slow response of its throttle in comparison to the others. If you talk about refinement, then this engine is fine. But if it's about power and performance, then ZMR loses to its rivals. The fuel efficiency of ZMR is less than the regular Karizma due to its additional weight. You can expect anything around 30 to 35 km per liter in city conditions, and on long runs it can just give you a mileage of around 35 to 40 km per liter. Hero Karizma ZMR features a wide and comfortable seat, which is very helpful on long journeys. The clips on handlebar are quite big in size and are easily reachable as you don't have to bend forward. One can easily hold them with a perfect grip. Unlike its competitors, foot pegs are placed much before, which takes away the sporty feeling but feels much convenient. Karizma ZMR comes at a price of 98.5k, which is actually the cheapest that you can get for a full fairing bike. And this is launched by Hero, so of course it is affordable. So when you're comparing it with R15 or other bikes in the segment, it is absolutely affordable. But the real question is, do you want comfort over features? Well, we all know that Fiat Linea is a very affordable vehicle. Well, they have launched a new variety of Fiat Linea, that is a more affordable Fiat Linea in the market. Italian car maker Fiat has introduced a more affordable version of its Linea saloon. With this new car, the company is offering a proper mid-size saloon for the price of a sub-4-meter one. The Fiat Linea Classic is powered by 1.3-litre multi-jet diesel motor good for 75 bhp. The 90 bhp diesel has not made it to the Linea Classic. The lower-powered 75 bhp gets a FGT, that is fixed geometry turbo. Fiat has kept costs down with the omission of VGT seen on the 90 bhp version. The diesel car comes in two versions, the Classic and Classic Plus. The Linea Classic is also being offered in petrol, powered by the same 1.4-litre engine as in current Linea. It makes the same 88 bhp, no change here. This new model will make way for new Linea already being tested in India. In terms of equipment, the car maker has omitted some features like airbags, steering mounted controls and chrome touches, among other things. Alloy wheels and climate control are available only on the Classic Plus diesel variant. Fiat is following an aggressive pricing strategy with the Linea Classic. The petrol is priced at Rs 5.99 lakh while the diesel is priced between Rs 6.96 lakh and goes up to Rs 7.49 lakh for the Classic Plus diesel version. Well, we all know that Toyota Innova, the Innova, is a big hit in the market. I don't think that there are other vehicles that can replace the model Innova. Well, they are bringing a facelifted version of the Innova in the market, and it's going to hit the market in this festive season. I don't know if it's a coincidence or not, but Octavia is going to be launched on October 3rd. Skoda is going to be launching their new version of Octavia this October 3rd for all their lovers.